Hello everyone and welcome to Start to Finish for Xenoblade Chronicles. What game am I playing? I'm playing this. My name is Matt Bowyer. This is episode 35. And as I said, I don't think we're strong enough to advance much further or at all yet. So we need to gain some levels. And to do that, we also need to do some quests. So we're going to clear out of here right now. And we're going to head back to the Aerith Sea, because we have a bunch of stuff to do here. So we're just going to head out, and we're just going to hit stuff with our swords and biters and sticks and more swords and guns and and Ryan's entire thing. So, do all that. Where do you think that one goes? Is this on? Does this work? Does this do anything? Oh, yeah. Where am I? Oh, this is the tomb. Okay. Thought that went somewhere else. Alright, well, let's leave the tomb behind. Who do I have with me? I have Shulk and Melia. I feel like Ricky is the person that I have done dirty the most in this. Let's put Ricky in the party. Let's put Ricky in the party instead of Melia, because that's weird. And then let's go somewhere. I need to get to how do I where is the rest of the world? This one. Okay. Kind of want to get to like the rest of everything. We have so much stuff to fight out here, I believe. We're gonna need to check and see what some of the actual quest text says on some of these. We've got a lot of stuff that I kind of want to knock out while we're here. I've equipped a couple new abilities. I've did a little bit of stuff on my own. It wasn't interesting. Worry not. I was not having fun without you. I was mostly just leveling up some abilities and making some gems. But we've taken this out. That's one less threat for Alchemoth now. That's good. It's going to make that place like me more. And here's an Aerith and Cell, which we're also going to smack to death. Come here, bird. Come here, bird. I have a wonderful present for you. Some violence. Where's this bird? Hey, bird. There we go. Okay, we'll need to do that 2 more times. Ooh, we got a... Ooh, that's a dangerous one. Thanks to the rain. Okay, well, let's head to Hovering Reef 3. I should have picked these up when I was doing this the first time. I did not. And I am paying for it. You know, for all the importance I placed on getting Fiora back in the party before doing side quests, Fiora's not in my party. A bunch of those. Do I have a weird quest as my primary currently? Yeah, I'm still working on the freezing Nopon. Deactivate that as the primary. What else we have happening? Find the necklace. Don't know where that is. Find the merchant's gift. I looked for those. I didn't see them. They don't exist. Burdock, whitetails, and star drops in Alchemot in the city itself. Lectors or Lugas. Doesn't really say where any of these things are. Well, I don't need... But it does put a little exclamation point on them if they're what I need. Well, let's head this way and see what we find. Happy Friday as I record this. Happy Monday as you listen to it. Potentially happy Saturday, depending if I do anything this weekend. Because if I'm going to do an extra video, I have to put up an extra video. Otherwise, things happen like when I was doing Outer Wilds and missed a video. And that's bad. I don't want to do that. Alright, well, there are no quests over there. There are no enemies out here either. What's going on? Why does anything exist? Oh, I completed a quest. Did I turn off where the game will highlight collectibles for me? I'm okay with that. It's just weird. Options. No, I'm just kind of curious. Game settings? Casual. No, I'm not doing casual mode because I'm an adult. And I place undue importance on my ability to play a game as part of my self-worth. Can't help but notice there are no enemies in the game. Where is anything? Where is anything? Do you know where anything is? You over there, who's currently doing stuff? Okay. Megan says she doesn't know where anything is. Sakonia Echidno! Oh, there's a legendary monster here, so he's all mad. Take everything down!
Looks like we're setting the pace.
Alright, smoke him, Ricky. Nice. Take that. Quest done. Continue her research.
You're awesome.
Ricky getting serious time.
Backslash.
Oh, wow.
Looks like we're setting the pace. Shulk.
You might be doing too much damage, Shulk.
Everyone, let's go.
Yeah, you keep looking at me, buddy.
Stay focused.
Oh, the hypnotic light put us all to sleep. I do think it actually hit me. Oh, I'm kind of like down and depressed. Wake up.
I expected a tougher battle.
I went to bed and I got sad.
Nice job.
In the middle of a fight. That's silly. Okay. Well, we do know that I don't want to go down to the bottom of that one area because I'll die. Yeah, over there. That's bad. I don't want to do that. I don't know what's over here. How do I get to that? Let's see. Let's go up to the edge here. Ooh, is that straight ahead? I think it is. Or is that down there? What's this down here? I feel like jumping into the giant body of water during a thunderstorm might not be a good idea. I'm sure it'll be fine. Ah, oh geez, we have a scary one over here. Sleeping Dragon Isle. That sounds fun. Wake up. Time for science.
No mercy.
All right, I'm here. I'm here for science.
Hi. Everything over here seems real scary.
Sure does. You will do science to it?
Run away!
Everyone, fall back. This isn't going well.
No panic.
Run away, Shulk. Mine down. Mindfulness. Oh, jeez, you got shot. Okay, well, that's one thing I needed. Gosh. We're not getting that chest. Oh, maybe we can. It's facing away. It's facing away. It's facing away. I got it. And I completed a quest. Ah, he can make the present now. Hooray, presents. What else is on Sleeping Dragon Isle? Hopefully peacefulness. Nice naps. Oil branches. Collectibles. Ooh, boy. Well. Let's see. Alright, well, I can't do that heart to heart. Oh, geez. Okay, the sun is setting and bad monsters are coming out. There might be better places to fight Rakti Lexos. Hello, Rakti. Alright. Hey, Rakti. Hey.
No mercy.
Yeah.
Don't get careless, guys.
Yeah, fight it. Fight it and no one else.
All right. I'm feeling it.
I hope that thing over there is not scary.
Power, return it to me.
Power sounds like sour. Sweets are better.
We can definitely do this.
Ricky, why are you... Oh, right. That's why Ricky wasn't in the party.
Take this.
Ricky's weird.
That's it. Shook.
Oh, I'm getting vortexed.
Let's go. Electric Gut-Buster. You're awesome.
Ricky,
Okay, this is an easy one.
Backslash. The taste of victory is sweet.
Nice.
Piece of cake.
not bad, not bad.
Okay. And I got a Lexos beard. Hooray. That's what I've always wanted. Okay. Those kind of swim around or fly around all kinds of places. Have I fought a Buono Nebula? I don't know. What's back here? Let's get this, and let's get off this little island here. Island. Not really helping.
I'm still here. I'm just eating, and I don't think anyone wants to hear me chewing.
Chomp, 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 chomp.
That's
You might be
exactly
onto
what I
something
sound
there.
like. That's exactly what I sound like.
It's weird how you are also saying it while you're eating. It's been honestly quite distressing. I've been meaning to talk to you about that, and I'm glad that we've decided to do this here in front of everyone.
Have I been making these noises since I was 19? Why?
Chomp, chomp.
You just now thought to mention this?
I have been biding my time. Lying
For
in
lo
wait.
these 20 years.
It was just hard to talk about. So I'm just out here allegedly leveling, actually kind of doing quests. I don't want to do this all day. I've threatened myself with the idea of streaming this weekend and talking to you during it, because otherwise I'm going to get... All right, I'll show you. Because you have not been on these for a little bit, because I've been recording these during the week, and you have been, like, working in a different room, which is a reasonable thing to do.
Ricky's so excited.
We need full
Let
I had to
power,
move to a
Ricky.
different room to get away from you so I could actually work in the afternoons.
Friends winning. Thank you, Ricky.
That's only partially
That's
true.
only partially true.
Nice job.
Everyone
Large
on
hoof.
board.
So, I don't know. So we got all these quests. I'm not worried about all these quests. But you can see all these have a timer on them, which means they're going to go away at some point. I don't know when that is. So I kind of want to get them done, because then if I do all these, I'm going to get like... Oh, those are in Magna Forest. No wonder I'm not finding them here. I'm going to get stuff. And
I like stuff.
I want to do that while I can. Where'd that monster say I was? Go back in. Go back in. That's the equipment. What are you doing? Quest log. The one I've got select. Oh, I should do that. Challenge 4. Area of Anu Shore. See if we can find that. Because that's at least, like, That's Latail Shore. That's not what I want. And then all these are just other things. So I would need to go to the shore. That's the Cromer Coast. That's nothing. I don't know what anything over here is. Let's go over here. Let's try and find this. But I want to get those done before I do too much more main plot-wise. Because also I think I'm a little under-leveled for some of the stuff that I'm supposed to be doing. Like, there was a level 58 legendary monster that totally whooped my butt when I was trying to do stuff on the Fallen Arm. But since I'm going to need a way to make that interesting, I thought I might do it on the weekend, and then that way I can.
Weekends are automatically more interesting.
I can have like just dumb conversations with you and with other people in case anyone felt like actually tuning in to that. I haven't decided.
Okay.
So it's possible this video is going to go up on Monday, and everyone's just going to be reminded of their disappointment with me.
I have 2 fun facts to share.
I enjoy fun facts.
They're fun facts about this game.
Give me them facts.
Well, you already knew them.
I'm no longer interested in the facts.
This game shares a few of its voice actors with Final Fantasy XIV, and we'd been kind of playing this game, both these games, blissfully unaware of that. So this applies after the base game of 14 ends and the Heavensward expansion begins, because then all the voice actors change for reasons known only to Square Enix.
Probably cost.
Probably cost. Sam Riegel doesn't come cheap. But Sir Amaric, who is a major character and also a fox, is voiced by Blake Ritson, who is the same guy who voices Alvis in this game. And honestly, I had the volume turned up, so I almost can't. It's like you can't quite hear it. He's using a different voice.
I love when voice actors do not sound like themselves, because it's very impressive to me.
Well, it's funny because his Alvis voice is the same as his Angelo voice, but for Amaric, he's doing something completely different.
They're pretty close, yeah. His Alvis voice. Yeah, they're on different types of drugs. They're both secluded island. Well, it was on. I had reason to believe there was an island here. Yeah, he's really good. I like him a lot. I like Alvis more than Angelo.
Well, I like Amaric more than both of them.
That's also true.
And then
This is not the Anu Beach, by the way.
Tataru, who is a Lalafell, which is a small, adorable creature.
She's like the secretary
She's
for
like-
the lead group.
She is. She's your secretary. And she's fantastic. She's like the best character of the game. And she is now voiced by the same actress whose name I cannot remember. I'm terribly sorry, but it's Fiora.
And
And
Fiora's
it's-
the best.
Yeah, she's just... I hope that this actress just makes a living off voicing the most adorable, because that's what she's done. That's what we've seen so
No
far.
mercy.
And she did have a voice line in what I played last night, and it's totally Fiora.
That's awesome.
Gale slash. I feel my power returning to me. We can
Fight this nebula. Why not? Knock this nebula down.
Understood, Dumba. I'm really feeling it.
Confuse this cloud.
Electric dust.
Stab.
Prepare for the next fight.
Take that,
Piece of cake.
cloud.
Ricky like fighting easy monsters.
You may have told me, or maybe it was a different game. I think you told me that Adam Howden, who is Shelf, is in 14 somewhere? Or was that a different game?
I think it is. Oh, I can't go back there. I believe so. I'm blanking on who, though.
And I'm afraid to go look, because I'm afraid if I go looking at...
He might be the himbo. No. The himbo is an actual Japanese.
Yes.
He's playing a samurai in Stormblood, and it is a British Japanese man.
Right,
Who
that's
is
right.
the himbo?
Shelf was somebody else, and
That's
we had made a
somebody.
joke about I wonder how that character's anguished scream is, but it's someone I haven't encountered yet, I don't think. I can't go... I'm really far behind on 14, so I can't go looking at voice actors, because what if I get spoiled about things? So I have to
Right.
make sure I'm looking only at Heavensward, and I'm looking with my eyes closed. I can do that.
I Found another place I haven't been. Maybe this is the shore. It's just so far away. Oh, I'm going to die of boredom before I get there. Go faster. Go faster. Hold the A button down. How do you swim faster in Animal Crossing? I haven't played Animal Crossing in 5 days.
I played it yesterday. It's still there.
Take that, Animal Crossing. Game that I love. Game that only came out 4 months ago.
Adam Howden is cute.
Oh yeah, so he is.
So he shows up in Shadowbringers as a character named Thaf.
I don't know who that is.
Thaffy.
Spell it.
Thaffe.
Still don't know.
Oh, that's right. He's also Pippin.
Oh,
That's
right.
what you told me,
Yeah.
Pippin. How appropriate that Pippin, who is also a Lalafell, and he has beautiful long flowing locks and walks around shirtless a lot. It's funny. So how appropriate that Shulk and Fiora, their actors, are both voicing adorable Lalafells.
And that Shulk is voicing somebody who is known for having issues with his shirt. Because it didn't happen in this game. I got better armor like right off the bat. But you can play through a good 10 to 15% of this game with Shulk with no shirt on because you get like the swimsuit ends up being the best armor. That definitely happened to me the first time. To the point where like it's one of his costumes in Smash Brothers.
At least they're aware of it.
They're very aware of it.
I would say
glad.
in your playthrough, Sharla is having much bigger issues with her shirt.
Yeah.
Ryan's kind of having a time too.
The pants are an issue. Ryan and shoes are a problem.
Ryan's also been wearing a lot of like belly shirt armor.
That's standard for him. He's got to air those abs out.
Yeah, I mean, I do consider that an issue.
More belly shirts for men.
Certain men.
I mean, anyone. But, like, just that needs to be fashion. Men's fashion is stupid. I don't like it. And we need to... I mean, we know it's all to blame. One specific person is to blame, and he's dead now, which is good.
He's been dead for like 200 years.
I know.
And yet,
I
it's
checked.
true. His influence on men's fashion has held to this day. What was that guy's name? Bo Brummel.
He sucks. That guy sucks.
He kind of does.
So, yeah, fashion needs to be more interesting for everyone, and we just need to normalize. Whoa! Oh! What the heck? Look at this! Little stars falling.
Go pick one up. They're landing in the water.
Why are the stars falling? I love it. Ah,
It's the end of the world as we know it, and you feel fine.
I feel so good. Why are these areas so high level? I have to find a monster and kill it. Ah, it's the Anu Shore. Yeah. Uh-oh. All right, Cromar, stay back. Okay. How am I supposed to do this? Okay. Somewhere around here is a monster. I need to fight. Maybe these will go away. Maybe the monsters only come out.
You really need to investigate where those stars are landing.
I swam over to where one was. I think they're just
No.
beautiful background.
I bet if you stand under one, you are gifted with great powers.
I'll try. Okay, you give me this. Oh,
I'm pretty sure that's how you become Captain Marvel.
that's a whole mechanic in oh geez, I'm surrounded. Zelda, Breath of the Wild. It's real good. You should play Breath of the Wild.
Becoming
now.
Captain Marvel? I missed that part.
I mean, I'm just gonna say that's what happens, even though I don't know the first thing about Captain Marvel.
Me neither. Hooray!
Would you say, because these are things that you don't know much about at all, but are massive cultural touchstones, Would you say you know more about Game of Thrones than the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or the other way around? Because I think I've absorbed enough stuff where I would know more about the MCU than Game of Thrones. This might be something for if we stream tomorrow, is how many Games of Thrones characters can Matt name? I don't know that I could do 10. That does not mean start naming them now.
I think for me it's the other way around because for reasons of being bored at my old job and needing something to do, Vox.com, that's Vox with a V.
Yeah, we're not monsters here.
Had pretty much after every episode of Game of Thrones, they would have something of a rundown where members of their staff would talk about it. And even though I wasn't watching the show and didn't want to, and hadn't read the books, and don't really have any interest in that either, reading about what was happening in the episodes was interesting. So I did. So I know actual plot points that occur in Game of Thrones, whereas in Marvel Cinematic Universe, other than some of the stuff that happens in Endgame and the infinity dusting of everybody in whatever the one before that was, and
Avengers the Third.
and then the entirety of Black Panther.
I found my monster.
Because that's one I've seen. That's the only Marvel movie I've actually seen. I don't know actual plot points.
The only MCU movie. We've seen other movies that are Marvel.
Yeah, Big Hero 6 and the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie, 2 of them.
And Spider-Verse.
Yes. Mostly we've seen Spider-Man movies, but none of the more... Basically nothing live action since Tobey Maguire stopped doing it, and even then we didn't see that third one. So really only 3 Spider-Man movies.
I think most people, the idea was not to do that. All right, I want this spike defense one, and I want...
So anyway, while I know some of the... let's say I know some of the memes that have come out of the MCU. I know he's a friend from work. I know I am Iron Man. I know snapping your fingers and half the universe disappears. But I don't really know plot points.
Okay.
I don't know how we got to any of these places. Whereas Game of Thrones, I know some of the story beats. Not many, but some. And I know... Let's just say I know enough about Game of Thrones to understand why everyone was so pissed off at how it ended.
Okay. Still valuable.
Yeah.
Kick. Oh, I can't knock it down.
I've periodically toyed with... And this was like... I first started toying with this probably 5 or 6 years ago, is maybe I should watch some of these Marvel movies. They seem like they're pretty good, but there's so many of them. It's like, that's work now. And now it's like having to do readings to prepare for school or a meeting or something. It's like now it just seems not worth the effort.
They kind of have an issue inherent in those. All right. I won my quest! Hooray! They kind of Assassin's Creeded it. In that to understand anything that happens, you've got to do like 130 other things.
That made me so mad in Assassin's Creed. It was like, you can't understand Assassin's Creed 2 Part 3 unless you've done outside readings. I was like, what? No! This is your next game. You have to contain your things within one medium. Cross-platform stuff, as in...
Cross-media.
Cross-media.
I think is what they want to call
yes,
it.
Cross-platform means that's something else. Yeah,
Right, yeah, that's...
A cross-media wherein
Here.
to understand what's happening in one media, you have to engage with another. Not that things are supplementary. I don't mind supplementary stuff. If you're, if you have a video game and you want to release a manga with side stories, go for it. But, if you have, say, remade The Lion King and you want to have Beyonce release a secondary soundtrack album of music inspired by it, sure, go for it. That's a great idea. I don't mind ancillary. I don't mind supplementary, but I do mind when your major plot point, when major plot stuff takes place outside of your primary medium.
Or in Because I'm about to get real mad at a series that I really love.
I know where we're going because I was going to mention it if you didn't.
To know what happens to understand the significance of something that happens in a major numbered edition of something, you have to then, if you want to know what's going on in Kingdom Hearts 3, and you weren't, okay, they made it easier, because now, if you want to know what's going on in Kingdom Hearts, you can get, like, the full Kingdom Hearts experience. They actually called it Kingdom Hearts The Story So Far.
Which is great, because that's a joke we started saying sometime around Dragon Quest VIII.
Yeah, very, very long time ago. You can get that on modern day consoles. But if you didn't do that, if you were like, I want to know what's coming on in Kingdom Hearts 3, I'm so excited for it. I can't wait. I've been playing Kingdom Hearts. I played Kingdom Hearts 1. I played Kingdom Hearts 2. They were really good. How do I find out what else is happening? What else, like, is there other things they've done in this genre? What else do I need? It's like, well, you need a PlayStation 2. So you need to play Kingdom Hearts 1, and you need to play Kingdom Hearts 2. And you need a Game Boy Advance, because you need to play Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories. But it's okay if you don't have a Game Boy Advance, because they did do that for Kingdom Hearts. They did put that on the PlayStation 2. It's a whole different thing. It's cool. After that, you're going to want a Nintendo DS, because on the DS, you can play Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days. And then when you're at the store, go ahead and grab your PlayStation Portable, because the PlayStation Portable is going to have Birth by Sleep, secretly the best Kingdom Hearts game, on it. And that's a good one. And, you know, you've already got a DS, so while you're there, you can pick up Kingdom Hearts Recoded, which is, like, it's going to have a bunch of important stuff in it. Also, you should probably play the smartphone game. Otherwise, a major thing that happens near the end of the game is just going to completely fall flat for you.
There's a smartphone game.
Yeah, there's a second one, too, that just came out. And then there's also the rhythm game that is going to come out. It's Theater Rhythm Kingdom Hearts.
I see that I'm into.
And I'm sure they're going to put that. I think that might be coming to the Switch. I'm not sure.
But see, that's the
But
thing we need
have
to mention.
everything, and I know that they've got, like, numbers on them, but what if instead of that you just did everything all the time? Just play Kingdom Hearts. Your job is playing Kingdom Hearts. I need you to play Kingdom Hearts, and then when you're done with that, you need to play Kingdom Hearts again, and then you need to watch this 25-minute YouTube video where we attempt to explain the significance of the demarcations underneath the character's eyes and why they go away in between one of the Kingdom Hearts games that came after 2 but came before 3, and then the other one that also came out between.
He's not making that last bit up.
And then elves fall out of the sky.
Stop talking. Stop. It's my turn. I've been like, have you not? They'll hear it on the tape. They'll hear me periodically inhale because I'm going to start contributing, but I can't.
I could hear nothing over the pulsing of my own blood
impenetrable wall
through my
of
temples.
rant. I couldn't get through.
Go ahead. What's up?
What we need to make clear here is that all of these games he ticked off, to understand the story of between 1 and 2, and then between 2 and 3, you have to play all of those games.
Yeah, it's not optional.
It's not. Kingdom Hearts 2 is not actually Kingdom Hearts 2. It's Kingdom Hearts 3. Chain of Memories is Kingdom Hearts 2. Because it's the next story. It's the next... They reference it. I didn't know... I hadn't seen Chain of Memories. Matt had played it, I think. And I didn't know, or you had at least looked it up. So
I had started to play it and then went, I don't like this, and stopped.
So there were references in 2 that I didn't understand. That Matt then had to explain to me. And this does... This is so annoying. This kind of... And when they re-release a game, like when they release Recoded, which has one and Chain of Memories on it again, you have to play those even if you play them the first time, because they're going to add in new stuff.
They called it Final Mix, because when they would...
Because then they're going to reference it later.
Square is the best at that, because... My recollection, that started... Oh, I could have just done this. I think the first game that actually started with was Final Fantasy VII. Because in Final Fantasy VII, and the original one, back in 1997 for the PlayStation 1, do not mean to deadly premonition myself with just talking about things I enjoy in other medium all of a sudden. When it came out so Japan got it. Funeral goes raw. All right, I'm on board. I will. Let's have a
one.
funeral. A burial at sea. The U.S. release, which came out later, had things in it that the original did. Most notably, multiple fights with weapons, like Emerald Weapon and Ruby Weapon.
Oh, I did know that.
So those were not. Those didn't exist otherwise. So then Japan had to get a special edition of it that had those in it. And let's see, this is for everything.
All together now.
Ricky together too.
Yay!
Hooray.
Everything.
Any enemies
Remember
there?
that.
Yep.
Perfect.
Smoked him. Okay. I was like, he turned into a chest. Where did it go? Orluga slacks. Got them evil pants. Now let's go to Magna first. But so then they started doing that with Kingdom Hearts as well, where Japan gets Kingdom Hearts 1 first, and then we get Kingdom Hearts 1. But it adds. I actually know this. I think it adds an additional summon, but it also added the fight with Sephiroth, which was not in the Japanese release, and it added optional fights in Neverland and Agrabah. So then they had to put that out again in Japan, but then they put new stuff in it, including a boss fight that is a teaser for the next game, and then they just kept that going, and it was terrible. It was so disrespectful to everyone's time and money.
And it's those at least. I'm gonna say this releasing all of your stuff repeatedly on multiple platforms, or the cross media, if you will, which a lot of this going between one system to a portable to another. If you're, all of this Kingdom Hearts crap. At least what the Kingdom Hearts examples, I mean, yes, there are teasers for future things, but all the things they were adding were not major plot points. They were bonus. They were bonus boss battles and that sort of thing. So,
with the exception of here's the entire next game revealed, essentially.
Well, the trailer, yes.
No, I mean, like, you fight one of those games straight up has you fight young Xehanort before they even introduced him.
But again, you don't need to have done that for it to make sense when he shows up in 2 or whenever that is.
You might be. I think you're right.
This does 2 things. This sort of nonsense. One, it's a shameless cash grab. Okay? We see you.
Yep.
Ubisoft. We see you, Square Enix. We can tell what you're doing.
We can talk about Ubisoft in a minute.
Stop it.
We haven't talked about Ubisoft. That's going to be fun.
Let's, but yes.
I'm having a great time.
You're doing this to force people to buy your game repeatedly. We know what you're doing. Cut it out. As you have said, it is disrespectful to everyone's time and money. 2 things that are in even shorter supply than they used to be. Time, maybe not so much.
There are too many games.
There are too many. That's true.
There are too many games, and then the games that they do make don't respect your time. And like, hey, look, I really like this game. The stuff I'm doing right now might not exactly be the most fun I've ever had playing a game. I don't remember where the Orlugas live. I have to go kill them.
But the second thing this does
Yeah.
is, so one, it's a shameless cash grab, and that's terrible. Don't do that. That means you're a bad person. Just plain and simple. I'm sorry. It means you're a bad person. Aw, they don't like each other enough.
Oh, no one likes each other enough.
You need to just sit down and give each other presents. The second thing this does,
I tried that. Melia hated him.
is it makes your story a convoluted mess.
Uh-huh.
Because you are spreading it across. I'm not saying that Assassin's Creed or Kingdom Hearts, especially not Kingdom Hearts, because if there's one thing Square Enix loves, it is a convoluted story. and we love them for it. We do.
Compilation of Final Fantasy VII.
Final Fantasy is so ingrained in us that we have, I want to say, we say this, we are angry because we love, because we know what this company is capable of. We have traveled to see concerts.
Oh, yeah.
We almost had, when we were announced as husband and wife, we were seriously considering having the victory music play.
We probably should have.
Probably should. I regret voting that down.
Ah. I
So-
didn't enjoy that one bit.
I should say that this is coming as people who really love Final Fantasy games.
Yeah, a bunch of people listening to this are actually in games that I run that are Final Fantasy based, tabletop RPGs.
He has 2 of them. One of them's been running on and off for something like 15 years now. Oh my goodness.
Stop that.
Stop killing these
I
things.
need to move
They're
further
terrible.
away.
So we are not immediately put off by a convoluted, complicated story. But there's a difference between having a lot going on and having an unfocused mess. And Kingdom Hearts has been... I think Kingdom Hearts has been an unfocused mess for quite some time.
Yeah, I was...
The bits that they do well, they do really well, but there's still a lot of mess. Assassin's Creed has been an unfocused mess since since Brotherhood, if we're honest.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Which is Assassin's Creed 2.
They put DLC out for Kingdom Hearts 3 this year that honestly made me really angry. But the more I thought about it, because I got it, I was like, "Oh, there's gonna be more story."
We didn't finish it.
We only would have missed one cutscene.
Yeah, that's the thing. We didn't. It
was
occurred to me
bad.
some months later. It's like, were we gonna play more of that?
Technically, we did, but then you had to just redo all of the boss fights again after the DLC is also literally just redoing a different set of boss fights. But every now and then, you can play as a character who controls worse than people you've been playing as the entire time. Yeah, and
But
they
you know
charged-
that's gonna
I
be
paid
important.
$40 for that because I thought it was gonna be good.
You know it's good. Whatever we didn't see is gonna be important later.
That's only if I play the series again.
You know, there's a 30-second cutscene at the end that's gonna make a lot of things make a lot of sense, except not really.
I watched the cutscene. It doesn't.
Okay, good.
Pretty good battle.
There's a reason I didn't share it with you.
So yeah,
I'm
it's,
gonna find so many more of these. I need their skirts. I need your skirts. I'm chasing skirts.
when you're spreading your games, when you're spreading your thing, whatever it is, across multiple media, we know how this works. You don't have the same team that writes your movie script work on your TV show because they're specializing in different things. You don't have your video game developers work on your manga. No, you get your specialists. But if you're, again, ancillary is fine, but if your main story is going to get divvied up that way, it is not going to hang together.
There was so much to be angry about in Assassin's Creed. Let's talk about Assassin's Creed.
Okay, do we have to be angry the whole time? I don't want to be angry the whole time.
I'm not gonna be angry the whole time, but I'm gonna be angry about this.
Here, what if I bet I can go somewhere where we can get like a picture of Ezio in a compromising position that'll make us laugh. What? Like that wouldn't be funny?
I mean, sure.
I don't mean that kind of compromising position. I mean like
I mean,
I don't know, wearing a toga or being bitten by a camel.
Them camels can't be trusted. How do I get up there? Okay, I need to go take the full walkway. Excuse me. When I was playing, I was excited for Assassin's.
Here, this action figure makes it look like he's standing on a jukebox.
It kind of does.
Who can be angry when Ezio Auditore is standing on a jukebox?
I liked Assassin's Creed. I liked Assassin's Creed 2 a great deal. I liked Brotherhood a great deal. I thought Revelations was okay, but I was excited. I cared about the overarching story about the secret world of assassins. The part where you discover in Brotherhood that Templars created capitalism. I was like, yeah, all right, I'm on board. I'm on board. Smoke them.
Matt's a communist.
Yeah, kind of. I'm a socialist.
Not communism doesn't work. Socialism's better.
I don't know enough about communism to know if it doesn't work.
I know that every
I'm
time
not
they've
a
tried to
sc-
put it into practice, it hasn't worked.
But yeah.
Anyway.
Fine. All right, good. Yeah, who needs that guy? No one needs that guy. Hello, friend. Hello, very large friend. Assassin's Creed 3
No mercy. Don't get
is
You
a bad.
liked the first third of that game.
It's a bad game.
I did too.
It's a bad game. The people that made it deserve better. Developers.
leave a mark.
Looks like we managed to survive.
There is a big part about 65% of the way through that game where you find out that someone is here. Someone is doing bad things. Someone is responsible for this bad thing and that bad thing. And it's in the moment. If you had just played the game, you would have no idea what they were talking about. But
Oh, I
I'd
know.
gotten a really expensive version of the game because I pre-ordered it because I was back at a time where I was an idiot. And so I pre-ordered an expensive version of it that came with a trade paperback of a comic. Not the full thing, but it just shared some of it, and it talked about this assassin who had become a bad guy.
It didn't even have the whole thing?
Good
I
assassin.
didn't know
No, I don't
that.
think the comic was done.
Oh my gosh.
And it was about this guy, and then the guy showed up in the game, and at the moment, the first thought I was just like, oh, this is kind of cool. Because I'm going to find out what happens with this. That's kind of cool. And then you went, who's that? And I went, oh, no. They didn't say.
Yeah, you had
Well,
to.
let me go into the codex, because we can talk about codex as being an issue in a second. Codices, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
All my codex girlfriends. Definitely a thing that's a thing people say.
No mercy.
Definitely a thing people say.
guys.
Don't make that face at me.
I wasn't making a face. I was hitting my microphone against my forehead.
Time for a chain attack.
Let me look at my other friend here. Hello, friend.
This is the last
Chain attack.
fury.
What was I saying?
Leave it
Uh,
to me.
the
Okay, guys.
Oh, the guy.
Yeah,
the
the
guy.
guy.
So I was like, oh, let me go into the codex
Not
and
bad.
see if they talk about that guy in the codex. And they do a little bit, but they don't say why. Because they really want you to go buy the comic. So you had to have me tell you who the guy was and why it was important that he was there. And that apparently, because everyone in the game knew who he was, but nobody playing the game knew who he was. And then in the scene where apparently that's supposed to be the big climactic moment where Desmond is fighting the guy, I don't remember the guy's name. I wanted to call him Daniel Stern, but I think
That's an actor
That's an actor.
who has never harmed you in any way.
I think he's in Home Alone, right?
Yes.
So Kevin McAllister is an assassin, which is true. And the guy glitched through the ground and just fell out of the level geometry and vanished. And so I won the fight, and it felt like the perfect way to close this BS series. And they have made more of those. I have played.
I feel like 4 was all right.
4 was all right. I enjoyed the main overarching narrative, and they did everything from 3 on, including 3. They did that dirty.
I will say, you thought 4 was all right. I kind of ran out of gas on 4. I stopped watching. Yeah, because the way we play games a lot of times is Matt plays them and I watch.
Kind of a lot like this.
A lot like
actually.
this. We make a lot of the same comments, and
Like this.
I'm not making that up.
No, this has been a nostalgic process for us in a weird way. Can't find any more
So I've been
looters.
exposed to a lot of video games not through playing them, but through seeing them. And so I have not played an Assassin's Creed game, but I've seen 1, all 3 2s, 3, and most of 4.
I didn't play one.
No, you didn't. Okay, no.
No.
Then just the 2s. 2s 1 through 3, 3, and most of 4. And I just 4 I was just done. I don't care what happens.
A big problem with those, they
To
just
these
kept making
people.
the same dude over and over
Yeah,
again.
it's like I like Edward, but I don't care what happens to him.
Oh, he's a rakish sort. Oh, he
is.
doesn't play by the rules. And then they
I
just
liked him
made-
more than the game did.
They made that same dude so many times.
They kept
it's like
trying to-
Assassin's Creed, one kind of dude.
They just kept. The problem is Ezio was so great as a character, they completely nailed Ezio. that they just kept trying to catch that fire again. It's like, so it's just, here's another cut rate Ezio.
And then they
Again.
never give him an arc or anything. It's just, oh, it's the same guy. Yeah.
Okay, they were
disappointing.
they were not trying to make a cut rate Ezio with Connor. They were trying to do something different with Connor. The problem with Connor is that Connor was a drip.
Unfortunately, it didn't work out in 3. 3 they did 3 real rotten. Yeah, 4's one where you have a pirate ship.
Yeah. You'd have one in 3 too, but it doesn't really
Allegedly?
count. Allegedly, yeah.
I never saw it.
I think I remember you being given that pirate ship.
Never saw it. I found out later. It's like, oh, this is going to be following on some of the best stuff from Assassin's Creed 3 with the ship. And I was like, there's a ship? I mean, they gave me a ship. It was for, like, ferrying goods that happened in a menu. It wasn't engaging. What are you all on about?
I remember seeing ship combat at the E3 presentation.
I did not. That's wild. I had no idea it was in there for a very long time. Which go to show that so many systems in that game, and maybe too many. But they kept making so many Assassin's Creeds after that point, and all of the overarching story stuff behind them was bad, and I probably should have run out of steam on 4. It was when you are playing a game, you forget.
It's different.
It gets into your blood in a way.
It's a different kind of engagement, absolutely.
And a lot of times the games they don't warrant it. Which is a weird thing of just like, I'm playing this and am I engaging with it actually? Am I having fun? Am I paying attention? No, I'm just checking the boxes. I come home and I turn it on. That's a lot of how MMOs get by. And Assassin's Creed is 100% a single-player MMO to the point where they have, like, in the most recent games, like, Origins and Odyssey. That's what they're called.
Sure.
Both of which I played some of, because one of them was free and one of them was not much.
What was
more
the
than
ancient
free.
Greece one? You liked that one. Is that Origins?
No, that's the Egypt one.
Okay.
Um,
Egypt, sorry.
I have cooled so heavily
Have you?
on
Aw.
Odyssey. Odyssey.
enjoying
Okay,
it.
Odyssey is the Greek one. Yeah, that's right. I enjoyed it while I was playing it, but then, I read I think it was on PC Gamer, so I hate to really, I can't remember if it was them, but someone said about the new one, which is Vikings, whatever, is that a game you will sink 75 hours into and remember none of them. And yeah, that's really true. But you're playing them, so it's hitting those same, like, okay, I've cleared off a section of the map. That's good. I can cross that off the list. I can go into the next thing. I don't really need to remember anyone's name because they're going to give me, I have got a quest log, and I don't really need to remember. I can't find these Olugas again. I got lost. I don't need to remember where anything about the map because I've got an arrow to aim me at it. So really just disappointing. The open world collectathons that just aren't respectful of anyone involved.
Have we talked about Rogue Galaxy on here?
Yeah, we've dunked on Rogue Galaxy plenty of times.
Let's do it some more.
No, we can do a clip show at some point.
Do they know the joke?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
It's so good. That may be the hardest I've ever
I've
laughed.
made plenty of references to these. I've never killed this Breezy Zolos. Oh, you were about to get wrecked, son.
Excuse me?
This thing right here. So that guy came down here, killed me multiple times. Now,
Oh, I see.
now, punk.
We've hit Matt's revenge story.
Oh yeah. Uh-oh. Oh, that thing's coming. We need to go faster. I need you to die quicker, my
Gotta
friend.
be fast.
Oh no, it's coming. It's coming.
Oh, Lord, he coming.
I know. I know. Come on. Go faster. Go faster. Hit it with everything.
So funny.
I was born in a world of strife. Against the odds. Yes.
Okay, run.
I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here before I get gold bloomed.
Sorry, what?
Everyone do good.
Okay. Alright. Where'd those Orlugas go? I really want to complete this before I'm done today. I'm close. Oh, I've got time.
You got 7 minutes.
I went too far.
Fiora's voice actress is named Karina Reeves.
Okay.
I looked that up about 30 minutes ago, and we were talking about other things.
Well, there were other things to talk about at the time. Yeah,
And now we've completely run out.
can't think of. I wanted to say. Comics also are a thing that they're like cross media. You're still just reading a comic, but it's every summer. I read about these on Polygon. There's like, oh, that's the crossover events where you've got to read all of the comics instead of just the one. I feel like the first time that happens, it's really cool.
No mercy.
Where it's like,
Don't get
oh
careless,
wow,
guys.
this story starts. Spider-Man's happening in something called Excalibur. That's exciting, and then you start to just recognize that it's a cash grab. And I mean, they're gonna say the nice way of that is, oh no, you're gonna find out maybe this is gonna be your next favorite. It's like, no, it's Excalibur. All these people are, they just all just suck. Sorry, fake British X-Men. You're all garbage. It's the reason your show got canceled. Hey, I can leave. I killed all the Lucas.
Good. They
And
seem
this
to be.
video.
You're getting. You're really wound up.
I got opinions on comics. I got opinions on things. I'm a man on the internet. I have opinions about things I don't actually engage with.
That
Here's an
reminds.
opinion on something I do engage with.
Yes.
The Legend of Korra is very good.
That came absolutely out of nowhere.
There's kind of a resurgence of Airbender stuff happening because it's on the original series, which I've never watched. I'm less interested in, but it still might be good. Who knows? I don't. Is on Netflix, I think, for the first time. And so people are excited about it, and I've seen stuff pop up of like, oh, it's Korra, it's not as good, but you can still watch it. And I really liked Legend of Korra and don't really want to watch Avatar. So Legend of Korra, it's good. Catch it. I've seen 2.5 of the 4 seasons, and I know what happens in the 4th one, and it seems real solid. Seems quality.
No desire to watch it, apparently.
Well, it was free on Prime Video streaming stuff, and then it wasn't anymore, so I've not purchased it.
You know, if it's on Netflix, you have access to it.
I don't know if Korra is on Netflix.
Hang on, I'll find it.
Yeah, let's find out. I appreciate that.
The first 2 seasons are on Netflix.
For Korra?
Yes.
Okay.
So the bit you've already seen.
Oh, no, I've watched this. Well, you could watch them.
Yeah. I could.
You could.
I
You don't
won't.
have to. I don't know what you like
I don't also.
when it comes to like television and
I
stuff
don't
like
either.
that.
I have no idea.
I mean, I've kind of learned that if someone tells me they like something, I'm probably not going to, and that's a really weird thing to say, but
I
let's
think
kinda stumble-
consider who we were getting a lot of our media recommendations from for a long time.
Yeah, people. Yeah, because let me actually back into that. Let me back out of that. Let me throw this into reverse.
Beep, beep,
Kind of
beep,
move this truck back
beep.
onto the business. Oh, I see a thing here. Good. It's a quest I needed. Someone recommended The Goblin Emperor by Catherine Addison to me. Do you mind checking that? It may have Fade. It may have been you that recommended that to me. I mean, I read this years ago.
Yes, Catherine Addison.
I am amazed that I remembered that because I'm so bad at remembering that stuff. I think Fade recommended that to me. That book's real good. I really liked it. That was exactly what I needed at the time because a lot of... I'm not going to turn this into another rant. I think a lot of fantasy is just straight up mean. And it's mean for no reason. And if I had to come up with a reason for it, I would say that a lot of fantasy authors don't have friends.
That's how I feel about steampunk.
Yes. some steampunk has like actual political points they're making, and some of it's just mean. But I know it's saying that I don't think they have friends is a real harsh way of putting it, but I believe it. I believe it because I've read miserable books by miserable people, and I go, "You're alone a lot."
So anyway, so you really like the Goblin Emperor on a friend's
Goblin Emperor is
recommendation.
really good. I think she has another book. I should read it. Long Way to a Small Angry Planet. Long Angry
Becky Chambers.
Planet Time. It's also real good.
Yes.
Becky Chambers. There's a second book I did not like as much, but that's because the first book was so good.
There's a third book that neither of us have read.
Yeah, I was like happy to find out about that. That was. I felt like that's starting to kind of get some like name recognition around it. Like,
What's
some
the
real
point that
name
you're
value.
trying to back into? 'Cause I feel like you backed out of it and then turned around and drove away.
Oh, that I wanted to talk about positive things.
Ah, okay.
And I've been angry for a little bit, and so for the last 35 seconds of this video, I wanted to talk about nice things.
And you failed
Like
utterly.
The Goblin Emperor and the Legend of Korra.
And how fantasy authors have no friends.
I mean, maybe it's good for the people that aren't friends with them, because then they're not friends with utter scumbags. No, that's a really harsh thing
Hey,
to
you
say.
know what I
Some
like?
people are. Some people are scumbags.
Hey, you know what's-
Don't be friends with them.
You know what's good? You know what's filled with positivity?
Ricky,
Yes, but
look
also
at him. Get back here, potato. Dance for me. Yes, thank you.
shake it.
It's working.
All right, do it again.
All right, let's If I did all the damage I can do here on this video, I'm asking you.
You should-
Should I go?
You should create a party that is your next party should be Ricky, Fiora, and Rhine. Because that is if you want endless positivity, if you want rays of sunshine in human form, you get these three. Look at this. Daring, vivacity, and enthusiasm. You roll with them.
I do really love all. Also, as good as this game. This game's really good. I don't know if it is still like the best JRPG ever made, like I said when I first played it, but it's really good. I really like it. Look at these.
Look
Ryan,
at him just bouncing along.
Ryan, I'm so sorry, Ryan. I'm so sorry. I don't know what
Why?
happened.
Never apologize to Ryan. He's fine with it. Whatever it is, it's
I don't
totally
know what
cool.
I don't know what happened here.
He thinks he looks good. He does look good. You know why? Because he's
I don't know what happened here. If I were to take, if you were to not wear the glasses,
What? Why would you do that?
what does his hat look like? His normal hat. I need to remove clear appearance.
It won't even.
Great. He's got a visor. He's got everything here. The sandal. It's the sandals. it's the fact he's wearing a purple version of. Hideyoshi's. It's I
The
can't.
hat. Kabuta.
Kabuta. He's wearing a purple version of that on his back, and his arms don't match his pants, and they don't match the shirt, and it says 52 on his neck, and he's wearing sandals.
Sandals that have fringe at the top.
We all have that friend that doesn't do this, but we all have that friend that is wearing sandals no matter the weather.
Mm-hmm.
We just have, apparently that's Ryan, and he's wearing sandals no matter the condition.
Who was that friend for you?
That was Taylor.
For me, it was Rand Cummings. Somewhere he's out there somewhere
Taylor was
wearing sandals.
wearing sandals at all times, no matter the weather, at all times. Well, we've done
You know what else is great?
work.
Sandals.
I've never worn sandals in my life.
This video is over.
start to finish, a disappointment since 2012.